Hello, I'm Marco and this is The Shallow Focus. And my whole reasoning behind creating this channel was just so I could talk about films, video games, and literature and look at themes, symbolisms, and motifs that resonate with me using my personal experiences and my personal outlook. Today I was going to do a no spoiler review of the 2020 film Peninsula. This film is a sequel to the 2016 film Train to Busan. And, I recommend that film highly. It's a Korean zombie flick. And I feel like it'd be a disservice to not watch Train to Busan before you watch Peninsula. But I'll probably do a review, a more in-depth review of Train to Busan later on. And well, today we're going to talk about Peninsula. I felt like this movie, I have to give a little bit of a backstory. All the movie theaters in my area have been closed since about March. So yesterday was the first time I've gone to the movies. And I've always been so fond of going to the theater, sitting down, a cup of popcorn, cup of soda, and just watching a movie. But it felt like it was an event again. It felt like I was a kid again because it had been so long. And so, I feel like this was a great movie to get back into movie watching because it is action packed. There's a lot of drama in it. There's a few moments of comedy to add levity, but overall it is just hard hitting action 24/7, and that's what I really like in a zombie movie. This film, along with its predecessor, feels very reminiscent of George A. Romero's Dead trilogy because they all take place in a very similar world with a very similar problem, right? The zombies. But Night of the Living Dead has nothing to do with Dawn, and Dawn has nothing to do with Day. So you could watch all those movies out of order, and you're not going to be missing anything. They're all good movies by themselves. And I felt like this movie, since it's the second one, was really reminded me of the original 1978 Dawn of the Dead, just because of I guess the way the story was formatted, and like a lot of the set pieces were really reminiscent of that. If you guys haven't seen that film, the original 1978 George A. Romero classic, I'd recommend that one too, because if you call yourself a zombie movie fan but you haven't seen the full Dead trilogy, then are you really a zombie movie fan? But in either case, this movie doesn't rely on those set pieces. It isn't saying, haha, look, that's a reference to that. It's kind of there for the people that don't notice them, but the movie itself, I'm going to put it in its own space because it pretty much won me over. It's like a classic for me. It's probably a zombie movie I'm going to be showing my kids, even though, I don't know if I should be showing them zombie movies, but I probably will. It made me feel, kind of like it's a step in the right direction because I feel right now, especially in Hollywood and the United States, zombie movies aren't really that cool anymore. Like they're different now. They're more comedies. Zombieland 2 came out last year, and that movie disappointed me. And a few movies come out every once in a while that show me like a ray, a ray of sunshine. Maybe it's gonna get back to how it was. Maybe people are gonna start taking these movies seriously again. But then another parody comes out, and it's just kind of. But the Koreans, they seem to be really respecting the zombie lore and the zombie stuff. And there's a lot of cool things that aren't related to zombies in this movie, like that have to do with I guess inter-country relations in the state of like a huge, I guess, disaster, and also just what disasters like this can do to a family unit, and how a lot of times people carry around guilt from what happened in the past, things that they couldn't control. And so this movie is pretty heavy. There's a lot of very, very emotional moments, as well as, straight up just horror moments where you're really not sure if your characters are going to make it out alive. And that's what I like about this film, too. It's unpredictable. I feel, if you're going by the Walking Dead standard, you can see a character's death coming like 2 to 3 episodes before. Unlike in the comics, where there was no foreshadowing, people just died because realistically, people just die. And that's what I really liked about this movie. I can go on and on about this film, and keep in mind this was my first time watching it, so I'll probably rewatch it a few times and give you guys an actual detailed analysis and look up some themes and that kind of stuff. But yeah, you guys should get out there and watch it. If I could rate this movie, even though my opinion doesn't matter, I'd probably give it a B plus because I feel like this movie could have helped it to have a bigger budget. But that being said, I think a lot of the effects in this movie are very effective because a lot of the moments are in the dark. So I think that's an effective way to show a lot of the CGI that's in this film. I felt like also this movie was what World War Z was trying to be, but this movie actually, did it correctly. I really like the gunplay in this movie. I feel like the gunplay for a zombie flick is pretty realistic. The combat's pretty realistic. I feel like there are some set pieces that aren't very grounded at all, but there are other set pieces that are. So you can kind of actually feel like these people, these characters are actually in this situation, not just standing in front of a green screen. Thank you for watching this short impromptu review. It's my first time ever, watching a movie for the first time and doing a small review. So, bear with me. And, if you really like this video, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. And in the comment section, you can leave any, comments about what you'd want me to talk about next or any improvements I can make to my channel. And, in either case, thank you for watching the video and hope you have a good one.